everyone. It's a Sunday. We come here then to look back in the week and say, how far have we gone? How far have we achieved? But today I have this simple discussion that I want to have with you guys. Is the favorite songs, your favorite in art has a story to tell. Why am I believing that? It's because art is an instrumental tool that can help battle mental illnesses. So in this concept here, remember of what art carries, its purpose, its functions within a human mind. So that very song that you love the most, that you enjoy listening to, that you can get tired of, is because you resonate with that song. You relate well with what is that, in a sense that you can even vibe and I have to the same level of energy with that particular song. That emotional interaction between you and the song. This becomes our safe spaces, as I will call them, in when you are feeling some type of way in one of those days you get. So those things on them is, it means there's always someone who's having someone's story. But the strength of all this becomes where there is a voice that can express a story that I, as an individual, my own troubles, my own wishes, my own dreams and everything, had the essence of its emotions to me through something that is palatable enough, like art. So we can now have to see that every time when we feel like we're going through a lot, we take a trip in our safe spaces. Music comes there. In the novel, that whenever when you read, you feel rebooted, you feel energized to do everything. It means that same piece of work, it strike a nerve in you that gives you some kind of feeling that is important to the well-being of you as an individual. So we should know that the people who are our favorite artists, favorite songs, favorite films, the one that can change your mood with at an instant, the moment you and that particular piece get to interact, those people too are human beings. And those human beings, they chose to be the voice of the voiceless. They choose to tell their stories in broad daylight, but rather there is a channel in which there is a process in which they channel all their pains, all the heartbreaks, all their bruises, all their triumphs and their falls. You see, by so doing, when a particular person who have experienced something close to that or something like that can relate that, if you are still struggling in that particular phase, but when you look at me, know that I've passed that particular thing. The other one, it can be about selling an imagination through this narrative world. So what will basically happen is that the author creates a world of story for the audience to get hooked in, bring in characters. These characters, they will be the life of that particular world of story. Conflicts, resolutions, and explosives. They become what is your daily lifestyle. That is, when you do with as an art maker, you know that when I create these people in reality they live like this. So when you bring a resemblance of something that is familiar to the mind, they will get to fall for it. And that on its own, through what is called narrative transportation, to me that is a space psychologically, because it gives the consumer a moment to let go of herself, let go all her burdens and her flows, you see, and travel in a safe world where they can be mentally empowered. And I want to believe, and they can be so therapeutic, and they can be so calming and refreshing to the mind. So as a human being, today I will urge you guys, the concept of art therapy is simply having to look deeper into the art that it already exists in our eyes. Some greatness went on to tell there's nothing that is new under the sun, I believe, but it's high time we reflect back where we are coming from. It's a Sunday, guys. So every time when it's Sunday, look back and say, how was my week? What did I win? What did I lose? And how was my speed, my tempo? How was my rhythm when I was engaging with people? You see? So likewise, I'm saying, in that particular phase of time, how about we just delve deep into art? Art has more purpose than its entertainment purposes. within the human space. It even has influence over the psychological physiology of a human being. So I'm saying let's attach ourselves to the art around us. Get some sense of hope, some sense of someone speaking your story in volumes. You see, let's appreciate art, and every time when you feel like we're going through a rough time, let's fall back into the hands of art. There will be always steady and looking to accept everyone who comes there. The idea is you just have to know what you want, something that will entice your mind, something that will take you your hand so tight and then take you into your journey into a place that you have never been to. It might be fictional or non-fictional, but still we are going to travel to a certain world of story. Those things are humbling. That's what refreshing and rejuvenating. So in that sense, art is the remedy of an aching soul. Till we meet again to discuss more.